Hey, what's up guys? Alright, today in the shop we have a Ford F-150. This is a 6-cylinder and we're going to do the plugs and the coil packs. Coil packs you're going to need are, you can see here, it looks like IC633. And the plugs, we are using Ardolites Iridium XPs, and these are XP5363. And another quick tip, the socket that you're using, if you have one of these sockets that has the rubber inside, a spark plug socket, the problem that on vehicles like this, where the plug is deep down inside, taking it off, this works good. You're able to pull the plug right out of there. However, when you're putting the plug back down in there and you're tightening up, when you go to pull this off, this rubber that's holding the plug on tends to disconnect from your extension here, and now you have the socket stuck down in there, and you're going to keep sticking your extension back in it and shaking it and trying to pull the socket out. So me, I do not use the spark plug socket. I just use a regular 5/8 on these plugs just to avoid that headache. And before we get started, I just wanted to show you this little tiny tool that is going to make your life easy on a lot of jobs. I actually picked this up at Napa, so you can see it's actually a 3/8 socket drive. They do have different sizes, but I have inverters or converters that I'd be able to change different sizes. But when you get under the hood there and you have limited space for taking those spark plugs out, you can get it broken free with your ratchet, and then you just put this on top of your extension, and now you have free movement of your hand in there. And this is great for resetting the plugs too. Just put your extension on here, and you have your hand, and you have more control over getting those plugs center in the cylinder head there. So, but this is a great little tool, guys. I think it was like $9.99. Get one of these, and I'm telling you, this will probably be the best tool in your toolbox. All right, we are on our driver's side here. The hood is up, and you will see 1, 2, and 3 back there. Those are your coil packs. You're going to have a bolt right here, which is an 8mm. What you want to do is, I already loosened this one for sake of speeding up the video, because I know when we're fixing shit, we don't want to wait forever. Alright, so you're going to take your 8mm out, and then this will actually pull off of your plug, your coil pack. Now, up here, this is where you're going to scream and yell, and let me show you. You got these little red clips here that you're supposed to be able to push back. I had to use a screwdriver, but they are probably going to break on you. Take your time, don't panic. It's actually alright if that red clip breaks. It's still going to go back on, but this one, the red clip broke on it. I was able to pull it back, and then it ended up breaking off. Then what I did was I got a screwdriver here and just kind of pried up on this ever so gently, and I was able to pull that off. Alright, so be really careful. These are real brittle, and 90% of the time, those little red clips, they are going to break on you. So you'll just pull that wire off, and you'll be able to pull your coil right out of there, and your spark plug is down in that chamber there. And your spark plug, well, let me show you what the coil looks like here. Alright, that's what your coils are going to look like. Alright, and then your spark plug is going to be a 5/8. Nice long extension on it. Alright, and then you can get right down in there, just like that. Alright. There we go. There's my old coil pack. There's the old plug, which has seen better days. Alright, so we have our new plugs, our Ardolite Iridiums, and here's our new coil. So first thing you want to do before you start ripping everything apart is make sure everything looks legit and lines up, because the auto parts stores are infamous for giving you the wrong stuff sometimes, or maybe you gave them the wrong info. So we're going to go ahead and on the same process, we're going to take out those remaining 2 coil packs and plugs there. They come out the same way as that one, so I really don't feel the need to show you how to take them out. So I'm going to go ahead and rip them out real fast, and then we're going to get on to the other side. Now, before I actually pull the other 2 out, what I like to do is I'm going to put the coil and the plug back in, connect my wire, and then start the vehicle. See if there's any changes for the worse. It shouldn't be worse, right? Whatever the problem was should either A, still be there, or it should be better. But it shouldn't be worse. If it's worse, you did something wrong there, either whether it be your wire connection, whether the plug is not all the way in, something. So I typically like to do each set and then start the truck, make sure everything's cool, and then move on to the next one. All right, well, I got that side all back in. Now going to the fun side. There's some stuff we got to take apart here, and some stuff I already started loosening to speed it up. First things first is we're going to undo this clamp here on the hose, which I already did, and we're going to try to pull that off out of the way. You got 1, 2, 3, there's one down there, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I think there's one more. Yep, right back there. You can see it. And this wiring harness here is going to have to get pulled out of there. This one here I loosened. You're going to have a bracket. You can take off the top bolt or the bottom bolt. I just loosened the top one, and then that will you'll be able to lift that up after that. But let's go ahead and I'm going to pull all these bolts out first, and then we'll start taking it step by step on what else you got to unplug here. All right, all the bolts are loosened up. Now, these bolts in the front, they won't pull out, okay, which is a good thing, because you don't want them dropping down in your motor. This one here up top, this one will pull all the way out. Pull that out, put it away somewhere safe. That's the really long bolt. And then the other bolt that comes out, which I already have in my hand, is the it's this bolt right here. Let me back up so you can see a perspective. All right, so it was that little bracket right here, this top bolt. I actually took that one out too. So we're just gonna set that long bolt and that small bolt aside. This whole assembly lifts up. Okay, so one thing that is holding this now is still this. So we want to take this off. You'll see the little clip here that actually pushes. If you push down on that, you can slide that right off just like that. Now, looking at the front here, you have this line coming in right here, which you're going to need a pair of pliers for. You basically just want to squeeze that and walk that one off just like that. Come around here to this front one here now, and you want to pull back on that red clip. All right, so this one here, that red clip ended up coming off of there, and what I had to do was put a screwdriver right in here and kind of push down while I pulled off like that. But that's how that piece comes off. Breaking a lot of clips on this damn thing. All right, we're coming over here to these two bolts. We can pop that up, and basically this should, oh, that one actually came off pretty easy. All right, so we're going to pull that wire off. Now we're going to try, should be able to lift this thing straight out of here now. There we go, just like that. And there it is, it's out. Let's come up here. That's what you're dealing with there. All right, and there's your coil packs. So basically, guys, the same thing that you did on the other side, you're going to do over here. And one thing you might want to do is put a rag or something covering up these ports. You don't want to drop a socket down in there or a screw or anything like that, because you'll blow the motor. All right, that'll drop right down into your engine, and that'll be it. So put something over top of that while you're working to protect that. And on a job like this, typically, when you have to take a lot of things apart and disconnect things, take pictures, guys, take video. Worst case scenario, you can go back to your video and look at, or your pictures, and look at where that bolt was or where that wire went. And that just makes everything easy, rather than ripping everything apart and then you don't know where everything goes back. So, but that's it. I'm not going to film me taking those out. I've already showed you how to do that. Pretty much just watch the video and you'll see what you took off and what you got to put back on, and just be careful doing it. All right, guys, please hit subscribe below, give me a like, and I'll see you next time.